Michelle Lawson, and here are my note cards for my formal speech.
Matthew Parkhill.
Chrissy Knight.
Patricia Hyde.
Jessica Lowry.
And Corey Lawson is using the camera to film this speech tonight. Hi, I'm Michelle Lawson. Tonight, I will be presenting to you the 3 types of skin cancer. Joan London, one of America's well-known journalists and cancer survivor, once said, "Each hour, one person dies from skin cancer in this country, and most are preventable." 5 million people in the United States currently have skin cancer. Now, 86% is preventable. According to the Skin Cancer Foundation and the UK Cancer Research, 1 in 5 Americans will be diagnosed with skin cancer this year. Now, let's put that in perspective. 5 million people. That's more than the entire population of Los Angeles or Chicago, Illinois. Now, there are 3 types of skin cancer. The 3 types of skin cancer are basal cell carcinoma, this is the most common, squamous cell carcinoma, and then the most deadly, melanoma. On the screen from the American Cancer Society, you will see pictures of basal cell carcinoma. Now, basal cell carcinoma is flat, firm, fragile, typically does bleed, it's raised and reddish. 4 million people in the United States currently have basal cell carcinoma. 8 out of 10 skin cancers are this form of skin cancer. However, it's the most preventable. According to the American Cancer Society, it's easily and successfully treatable when caught early. Now, who's at a higher risk? Fair-skinned, you're older, men are at a higher risk, weakened immune system, had previous skin cancers, tanning bed users, and then also those who were exposed to compound chemicals. Now, compound chemicals are arsenic or coal, and this is according to the Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. In my research, the second most diagnosed skin cancer is squamous cell carcinoma. Now, on the screen, you will see pictured here an example of squamous cell carcinoma. The National Cancer Institute states that this is the second most diagnosed type of cancer. Who's at a higher risk? Well, according to cancer.org and the National Cancer Institute, darker skinned people normally find it in their legs or feet. People who have fair skin and go out into the sun, they find it in their head, their face, and their ears. Smokers, and then also those who are exposed to UV light exposure. The third type of cancer, melanoma. Now, melanoma is the most deadliest according to the American Cancer Society. This year, 68,000 new cases will be diagnosed. An estimated 8,600 people will die this year from melanoma. Now, to put that in perspective, 4% of people get this type of cancer, but 75% die due to it. Now, the Gale Encyclopedia, according to them, who's at risk for this type of cancer? Age groups of 25 to 29 due to the fact they're known as sunbathers. 1 in 40 Caucasians will be diagnosed with melanoma, while 1 in 1,000 African Americans will be diagnosed with melanoma this year. 92% of cases are related to the sun exposure. Now, 90% survival rate if it's detected early. However, if it's not detected early, only 10% survive. Now, I would like to talk about Chrissy. Chrissy is my sister. So at the age of 19, Chrissy was working, and a coworker said to Chrissy, "Chrissy, I'd like for you to have that mole looked at." Well, Chrissy was 19 years old. Chrissy liked being out in the sun, occasionally used a tanning bed. So she sort of ignored Gwen. But then when Gwen was persistent and said, "You really need to have that looked at," Chrissy went and had it looked at. So once the doctor saw it, he removed it. He sent it off for pathology. And Chrissy said she could remember the day standing in Boston Market, Barracks Road. The doctor called and said, "Yes, it's melanoma." So she's a skin cancer survivor, and she now knows her ABCs. So the American Cancer Society says, if you can spot it, you can stop it. The ABCDE rule. A is for symmetry, so matching. B is for border. Does it look irregular? Is it ragged? C for color, different colors. Is it pink? Is it brown? Is it different colors? D, diameter. Think of a pencil eraser. The American Cancer Society says if it's bigger than a pencil eraser, it needs to be looked at. E for evolving, changing. Did it look different from one week to the next? Now, facts remain. 86% preventable according to the American Cancer Society, the National Cancer Institute, and the Skin Cancer Foundation. 1 in 5 will develop one form of these 3 types of skin cancer. 50% is the percentage that will get it if we live to age 65, according to these and the U.S. Attorney General. Now, today, the facts are, from the American Cancer Society, 24 people will die today of melanoma. The cost of skin cancer of all 3 types, $8.1 billion. According to the Surgeon General, quote, in addition to causing illness and death, skin cancer is costly to the nation. Skin cancer treatment is estimated to cost about $8.1 billion in the United States each year. $4.8 billion of which is non-melanoma skin cancers and $3.3 billion of which is for melanoma. Thank you for attending my speech on the 3 types of skin cancer.